Looking the part isn't enough. Real muscle cars need the performance to back it up. These 10 pretenders learned that lesson the hard way. Number 10. 1974 to 78 Ford Mustang II. The Mustang II arrived as the muscle car era was ending. Based on the compact Pinto platform, this downsized Mustang sacrificed everything that made the original great. The top V8 option produced just 139 horsepower from 302 cubic inches, less than half the output of earlier Mustangs. Quarter-mile times exceeded 17 seconds, making it slower than many economy cars today. While Ford sold nearly 300,000 units in 1974 alone, the car represented the nadir of American performance. The Cobra II and King Cobra appearance packages added racing stripes and hood scoops to suggest performance that simply wasn't there. The Mustang II was a successful product of its fuel crisis era, but failed completely as a muscle car, trading performance for fuel economy and falling far short of the original Mustang's legacy. Number 9. 1982 to 87 Chevrolet Camaro Iron Duke. The third-generation Camaro looked like a proper muscle car with its aggressive styling and low stance. However, the base model's engine told a different story. The Iron Duke 4-cylinder produced just 90 horsepower from 2.5 liters, delivering 0 to 60 miles per hour times of approximately 20 seconds. This was the slowest, least powerful Camaro ever made. The car weighed 3,000 pounds, yet had less power than many economy cars. Its 20-second quarter-mile time was nearly twice as slow as 1960s muscle cars. While higher-trim Camaros eventually received proper V8s, the Iron Duke variant remains one of the most egregious examples of muscle car styling wrapped around economy car performance. Number 8. 1978 to 83 Dodge Challenger Plymouth Sapporo. After discontinuing the original Challenger in 1974, Dodge revived the name in 1978 for an imported Mitsubishi coupe. This front-wheel drive car had nothing in common with the Hemi-powered original besides the nameplate. The imported Challenger's largest engine was a 2.6-liter 4-cylinder producing 105 horsepower. Despite wearing one of the most storied names in muscle car history, it delivered 0 to 60 times of 12.5 seconds. This badge-engineered import represented everything the original Challenger wasn't: small, underpowered, and built for economy rather than performance. It stands as one of the most blatant examples of muscle car heritage being misappropriated for marketing purposes. Number 7. 1975 to 80 AMC Pacer. American Motors Corporation attempted to position certain Pacer variants as performance cars despite its unconventional fishbowl design. The Pacer X package added stripes, rally wheels, and handling upgrades that suggested sporting pretensions. However, the car's performance never matched its unusual appearance. The top engine option was a 304 cubic inch V8, producing just 130 horsepower. The car's wide stance and heavy glass contributed to a 3,400-pound curb weight, resulting in 0 to 60 times exceeding 15 seconds. The Pacer's unusual styling garnered attention, but its performance placed it firmly in the failed muscle car category, despite AMC's efforts to market performance-oriented variants. Number 6. 1976 to 80 Plymouth Volare Roadrunner. The Roadrunner name earned legendary status in the muscle car world with the 1968 to 70 models. By 1976, Plymouth had transferred this storied badge to a variant of the Volare, a boxy, economy-focused coupe. The Volare Roadrunner's top engine was a 360 cubic inch V8, producing just 160 horsepower due to emissions equipment. Quarter-mile times exceeded 17 seconds, nearly 4 seconds slower than the original Roadrunner. Tape stripes, non-functional hood scoops, and Roadrunner decals couldn't disguise the fact that this was a mundane economy car trading on past glory. The misuse of the Roadrunner name on such an underwhelming platform remains one of the most disappointing chapters in muscle car history. Number 5. 1977 to 79 Pontiac Can-Am. Pontiac attempted to revive its performance image with the limited production Can-Am. Based on the Le Mans, it featured striking white paint, colorful graphics, a rear spoiler, and shaker hood scoop suggesting serious performance credentials. Under the hood was a 400 cubic inch V8, hampered by emissions equipment and producing just 180 horsepower. This resulted in quarter-mile times around 16 seconds. Respectable for the late 1970s, but far from true muscle car territory. Production problems with the rear spoiler tooling limited the Can-Am to just 1,377 units. While it looked the part, its performance couldn't match its aggressive styling, making it a well-intentioned but ultimately unsuccessful attempt to recapture Pontiac's performance heritage. Number 4. 1981 Chevrolet Citation X11. General Motors promoted the Citation X11 as a performance package for its new front-wheel drive compact. The car received stiffer suspension, unique striping, and sporty wheels to suggest high-performance capabilities. However, its 2.8-liter V6 produced just 115 horsepower, resulting in 0 to 60 times of approximately 9.5 seconds. Despite Chevrolet's attempts to market it as a muscle car alternative, the X11 was essentially an economy car with a handling package. The X11 demonstrated how far muscle car standards had fallen by 1980. A car that wouldn't have qualified as a performance vehicle a decade earlier was now being marketed as a sports model, highlighting Detroit's struggles to maintain performance credibility during this era. Number 3. 1984 to 86 Dodge Daytona Turbo Z. Dodge attempted to create a modern performance car with the Daytona Turbo Z. Its wedge-shaped styling and available pop-up headlights projected a sporty image appropriate for the 1980s. The car was powered by a turbocharged 2.2-liter four-cylinder, producing 142 horsepower. While not terrible for its time, its front-wheel drive platform and turbo lag produced a driving experience completely unlike traditional muscle cars. Its 0 to 60 time of approximately 8.5 seconds and 16-second quarter mile were adequate, but not impressive. Despite electronic displays and technology intended to appeal to a new generation, the Daytona Turbo Z failed to deliver the visceral, straight-line performance that defined the muscle car genre. It represents Detroit's transitional period, searching for a new performance formula after the death of traditional muscle. Number 2. 1989 to 93 Ford Thunderbird SC. The Thunderbird Super Coupe seemed promising on paper. Its supercharged 3.8-liter V6 produced 210 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque, respectable numbers for the era. Ford marketed it as a modern interpretation of American performance. However, the car weighed nearly 3,800 pounds, blunting performance potential. Its 7.5-second 0 to 60 time and 15.2-second quarter mile were quick for the period, but fell short of muscle car standards. The complex supercharged engine proved less reliable than traditional V8s. While technically sophisticated, the Thunderbird SC represented a different approach to performance that emphasized luxury and technology over raw power. This made it an interesting grand tourer, but a failed muscle car in the traditional sense. Number 1. 1995 to 99 Chevrolet Monte Carlo Z34. The Monte Carlo name carried significant muscle car heritage from its 1970s heyday. The 1995 revival featured aggressive styling that evoked NASCAR race cars, suggesting serious performance credentials. Reality proved disappointing. The Z34 performance model featured a 3.4-liter V6 producing just 215 horsepower. Its front-wheel drive platform and automatic-only transmission resulted in 0 to 60 times around 7.5 seconds. Adequate for a mid-1990s family car, but far from true muscle car territory. Despite the racing-inspired styling and heritage nameplate, the Monte Carlo Z34 exemplified form over function. It looked fast but delivered modest performance at best, relying on NASCAR marketing connections rather than actual performance capabilities to establish credibility. These 10 vehicles demonstrate that badging, appearance packages, and heritage names cannot create true muscle cars. Each attempted to capture some element of muscle car appeal, whether through styling, historic nameplates, or marketing. without delivering the raw performance that defined the category. The muscle car's essence lies in delivering exceptional straight-line performance at an accessible price point. These 10 pretenders offered the appearance without the substance, failing to uphold the fundamental promise of the muscle car: affordable speed. They serve as reminders that in the world of performance cars, actions speak louder than words. Or in this case, horsepower speaks louder than hood scoops.